Yeah, good morning. Welcome to your youth sports report after that crazy lead-in. It is a Tuesday morning, which means we turn our attention to all that's hot and happening in the youth sporting world. Today, we are joined by two very special lads from SACS Waterpolo's side. But before we get a chance to chat to them about what has been an incredible summer series so far, let's take a look at some of the rugby fixtures coming up this evening. It's Port Natal up against a very strong side tonight. The Durban Development 15 take on Pound Town Boys High. And the hosts, Port Natal School, are up against it when they meet with George Campbell's first side. Then we've got the Green Machines Invitational side. They'll have to have their wits about them when they go up against Durban High School in the same tourney. Now, taking a look at some of the water polo fixtures happening this evening here in the Cape, a mouth-watering lineup. It's the Maitland SACS Night Series this evening, and SACS look to continue their 100% win record, taking on Rondebosch. Redham look to close the gap on SACS on the table. They go up against a very strong Polrus. And finally, Wynberg and Bishops will be embroiled in a tough battle in the pool between these two traditional rivals, let's call them, in all sports. Now, last year, the SACS water polo side was head and shoulders above the rest of the sides down in the Western Province as the provincial champions. This year, we are sure that Thomas and Luke will be looking to be named as the top school in the province and perhaps the nation. I am joined by Thomas van Hastian and Luke Schooling. Guys, welcome. Thomas, the captain of SACS, Luke, the vice captain. Boys, the year couldn't have gotten off to a better start. Take us through the night series so far. How are you looking?
Well, we've had 2 victories out of 2 so far in the night series, and the whole season 4 out of 4, so it's been a very good start to the year.
Looking at that lineup, any one of these sides can dominate, especially at this stage in the season. It's got to be one of the best series to play in, surely.
Yeah, it's a great initiative because coming from the Kes Water Polo tournament, we go there and we don't really know the format, we're not used to the ball, and this initiative gives us the opportunity to prepare for Kes and then play top opposition more often, and it just works out very well.
So what are we expecting from the game tonight? What do we know about our opponents, man?
Well, we played Rondebosch this Saturday, actually in a very close first 2 chukkers where it was 4-3 to them, but we came out on top to win 15-6. So confidence is high, but I'm sure it'll be a tough game.
So how do we take a year like last year, which was stellar, and continue those successes? Do we do anything differently? How much of that core team is still involved in this season?
Well, obviously last year we had 3 SA national players. They were the core of our team, and we had a lot of great juniors coming up through the ranks. And without them this year, you know, we had to have another few more juniors step up to fill their spots. And I think the team's gelled really well, and the juniors that have moved up have done an excellent job. And I think the team's looking really good to move forward.
How important is that having enough of a squad and enough relationship between the guys who have been there and kind of handled the high-pressure derbies in particular? Because it's all about derbies here. Every school has a rivalry. How important is it to have that mix of young guys coming through, but those that have tasted the moment as well?
Well, it's very important to feed through the system with the new youngsters coming through. And luckily at SACS, we have a lot of strong youngsters coming through. And we're thinking about entering 2 teams into our first team league next year.
Awesome.
Because we have so many youngsters coming through, so it's very good.
So it's looking good in the Western Province. How do we balance this out? I mean, you guys have got a lot of focus now on academics, but you can't help but get completely sucked up in this series and in the year. How do you find the time? How do you balance it?
Maintaining time is very important. With academics, sport, most of us play 2 first-team sports, so keeping a balance between academics, water polo, hockey, rugby is key, and hopefully, you know, there's free time as well. But at this point in time, water polo and academics are main priority.
So, last word to your team before you take on the boys tonight?
Just good luck and keep your heads up.
Keep your heads up, which is advisable in the pool. Now, awesome to have Thomas and Luke out with us after what has been a fantastic water polo season so far. Wishing all of our schools here in the Western Province an exciting series. But of course, you know, we want to dominate. Let the province shine through this year. Well, we are continuing what has been a crazy Tuesday morning thus far, Lana.